most explosively popular genre in the business is going to have a banner year if all of the following release dates are to be believed. Third or first person, arena-based or open world, shooters keep building new battlefields and inventing new ways to make a strive for target tracking supremacy. No matter what perspective you prefer, these are the shooters to keep your sights on this year. The series that sparked survival horror is going online with 4-player co-op, although the style looks more like the 2005 motion picture than the original 1992 PC classic. You'll be slinging spells as well as pumping clips into various monstrosities inspired by the works of H.P. Lovecraft. The team behind Brothers in Arms and Borderlands are developing what they're calling a hero shooter, a collection of different characters with different gameplay styles, all fighting the same battle. The arenas are full of colorful action and adapting objectives, and the characters have personality to spare. For the first time, DICE won't be handling development duties for their heralded Battlefield franchise. Dead Space developer Visceral Games is taking over, and we can't wait to see how they handle the often tepid storytelling. Prepare to channel your inner Michael Mann when you take the crazy antics of Battlefield and inject them into the mean streets of Los Angeles, complete with bank heists and grappling hooks. The first Dead Island trapped us on the fictional island of Benoi, and the tone of the game was noticeably different than its advertising. Now in the hands of Jaeger Development after Techland moved on to Dying Light, Dead Island 2 will include popular California landmarks and looks to be more harmoniously linked to its debut trailer. 4 new survivors will be playable, and competitive modes will be added to the cooperative campaign. Which modern-day zombie FPS will do the most damage? Techland is taking the weapon mods and open world from Dead Island and adding a deadly day-night cycle and life-saving free running skills. We're ready to see how long we can survive when this sunny apocalypse hits in just a few days. The title of Turtle Rock's asymmetrical alien hunt refers to more than just genetic mutations. Evolve is aiming to push the genre forward by flipping the standard team-based structure of most multiplayer shooters, and the result is intense and terrifying. We're not sure which side will ultimately have the upper hand, the hunters or the monster, but we'll find out soon enough. Master Chief returns in Halo 5 Guardians, which continues the Reclaimer saga introduced in Halo 4. The Chief has gone missing, and Agent Locke, a new playable character, is sent on a mission to find him. New gameplay mechanics are making their debut, including thrusters for Spartans and the ability to aim down the sights of each gun. New multiplayer features are also being added, including a brand new mode called Breakout. Halo's legacy lives on, and we're eager to continue the journey. The original Homefront is an underrated gem, projecting what might happen under a successful North Korean invasion of the United States. The sequel picks up 2 years later, with the KPA setting their eyes on Philadelphia. Early trailers showcase the KPA's technological superiority, which drastically affects how to approach certain situations. Despite development shuffling among struggling publishers, we're curious to see what the next chapter brings. One of the first products from Crytek's recent free-to-play initiative, Hunt, sends up to 4 players into the darkest patches of the planet to dig up undead infestations. We haven't seen much gameplay since it was first announced, but it strikes us as a cross between The Order and Resident Evil, and it's remarkably pretty for not costing a dime. Just Cause 2 achieved cult status among action fans, and we've spent 4 excruciating years waiting for a sequel. New features include a wingsuit and subterranean environments, with the liberating grappling hook returning to hook all the elements together. As long as it delivers the same amount of chaos as its last-gen predecessor, we'll be in business. When shooters do what they do, a bit of gore is inevitable, but Tripwire takes it to the next level. The first killing floor turned spilling blood into an art form, and the sequel is adding an insane level of detail to each bullet blast and sword swipe. It caters to a horror-heavy audience, but it may end up satisfying anyone with a passion for gunplay. After years lost wandering the wasteland, Max is back. He's about to blow up the big screen and multiple gaming consoles. Inspired by, but not based on the film Fury Road, we've only seen a couple of glimpses of gameplay since it was revealed at E3 2 years ago. With everyone's engines revving up for this franchise, hopefully we'll see a lot more soon. The Order is easily one of the most beautiful games set to release this year. The environments and world are richly detailed with a heavy emphasis on storytelling. Developer Ready at Dawn is responsible for one of Kratos' most human stories in Ghost of Sparta, and The Order's gorgeous art direction has us salivating at the idea of obliterating werewolves on the gothic streets of London. Blizzard Entertainment is known for quality, and unexpectedly, their next big project comes in the form of a finely crafted first-person shooter. Additionally, it's their first new IP in 17 years. Our hands-on time at BlizzCon proves they can make a masterclass game regardless of the genre, and it already feels more polished than some fully released titles. Remedy practically invented bullet time, so we can't wait to see what they do with what is essentially Bullet Time 2.0. Quantum Break looks to continue the company's tradition of immersive storytelling with breathtaking visuals and a television show that directly impacts the core game. This Xbox One exclusive has the potential to be a system seller and changes the way a story can be experienced. We haven't seen much of Rainbow Six in recent months, but the E3 2004 presentation is still fresh in our minds. Matches are intimate and impactful, with close-quarter hostage rescue missions. The destructible environments play a critical role in matches and offer a heightened sense of realism that is sure to make you sweat during each pulse-pounding moment. Revelations aims to bring the franchise back to its horror roots. This 4-part episodic entry sees Claire Redfield trying to escape from a monster-infested prison island. Code Veronica much? More importantly, however, is the long-awaited return of fan favorite Barry Burton, who hasn't made an appearance since Resident Evil 3 in 1999. He's finally back and on the hunt to rescue his daughter with his unique set of skills. Despite its lighthearted aesthetic, Splatoon is a deceptively strategic and competitive shooter. It's one of the most memorable and fun games we were able to get our hands on at last year's E3. The Wii U gamepad works wonders to show important battle information, and the newly revealed hub world adds meaningful context. Without a dedicated multiplayer shooter on Wii U, we hope Splatoon can fill the void. Battlefront 1 and 2 were the best-selling Star Wars games of their day, but somehow the dark side shut the franchise down. Now, one of the most prolific names in first-person shooters, DICE, is teaming with EA to renew the conflict. The force is strong in 2015, so hopefully this game will stay on target and arrive in our galaxy this year. There are still tons of games in 2015 to talk about as our Ultimate Game Preview continues every day this week. Tune in tomorrow for the indies and underdogs that will be making headlines this year. And don't miss the cream of the crop, our top 10 anticipated games of 2015 this Friday night. Let us know what your top 2 picks of the year are by clicking on the link below, and maybe we'll immortalize your opinions in our community countdown the following week.